talking season. No nigga to the business. Now one more nigga, no cash, but to the business. Don't know what bring my ain't ready to be standing. Look at standing. Jack came from over, I should be standing. I don't think I'm just standing. I ain't this bitch over the business. He was sitting right back to the sunshine up. Put your hands in here, cause hold up. So I got me phone back. You should have been phone back. I know you want to all back. All on my feet. But I have my business out on my feet. He hung up. Now I'm looking at the cutter. I'm like, you out of my Are you ready? We just sitting for the pick. The whole time you back. Hello, hanging up. Nigga, to no man up. What up with a rat nigga with a man's at? So come on, hang on your own hands. You're coming on the road. Come on, man. Back. Bullet, start, jack, me. Head, that's up. Come on. Not no race. Can't be easy here with a being set. Just like that, you heard? Plug on him. That's rapping. Joe Boy Pete. Yeah, let's go. I don't know where it was. Look, hey, let's get out of my way.
Shout out to Block Tournament, man. You already know what it is, man. Feel free to own things. Downtown, baby. What's up, boy? I see you.
I jump on the track like double. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't write it down either, man. Jump away. He know, if he can come away right now and tell you that I don't write this shit down, man, he would, he could, but he ain't gonna let me run on you. He's gonna be running, he's gonna be slow on you. Yeah. This how we do it. Yeah. Put that back with it.
You already know what time it is, man. We're back with another dope episode, man. Right here. Thank y'all for keeping it locked right here on the Rise. We got a special guest in the hot seat with us. Who do we have in the hot seat with us tonight?
Shit, kid. Y'all already know Woodline, Hoodline. Shout out, Central County, stand up. Got calls in the building, bro. What's going on, big man?
You already know what it is, man. Just cooling. I had a great day. You know what I'm saying? I met you. You know what I'm saying? You're on the Rise. We was at we was on Woodline, the Hoodline, you know what I'm saying, entertainment podcast earlier. Shout out to Lizzie Yayo. Did I say that right?
Check it podcast.
Yeah, check it podcast.
Woodline, Hoodline. Y'all already know what it is, though.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, man. But everybody that's tuning in with us, let them know where you're from, who you are, what it's about.
You know, I'm from Lake Ochichi, South County, stand up. You know what I'm saying? On the way to the bill, 2-6 and that's where I'm at now. Y'all already know what it is, man.
Absolutely. And what exactly it is that you do?
But right now, what I do, I started Woodline, the Hoodline Entertainment. I manage consult artists right now. I got my label, I got my podcast. You know, do video editing. You know, I just trying to stay in all forms of the business, and you know what I'm saying, trying to get my feet wet and everything, because I used to rap, you know what I'm saying. So after rapping, I'm 40 years old now. Let me put this dream that I had to somebody that's hungry, so they can go ahead, because things I didn't know that I know now, you know what I'm saying. Look, let them know it, so we can push them to get their dream.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely. And you can say roughly you've been in the game how long?
Over 20 years now.
Over 20 years.
Yeah.
And what has your journey been like these last 20 years, man?
I took the last 5 years off. Everybody know, you know what I'm saying? I retired for 5 years, man, because I got to the point where I see the fork in the road. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rock Nation, shout out to Def Jam, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sonic and everything. But a lot of shit went right, you know, and things like that. So at that point, I didn't really know the way to go. So I took 5 years off and studied the business side and everything like that. And I had volume 5 that's supposed to came out, but I never put it out because, you know, I was sitting there skeptical about should I put it out or shouldn't I put it out. So after I just quit music, I started listening to all these indie artists. And there are a lot of indie artists that was in the same predicament I was in. That's when I was studying, you know. So now I'm at the point where I know when I was taking them trips and on the road, I know what this and that. I know these contracts now. I know this and that now. So let me help somebody else out. So my journey, man, has been long. You know what I'm saying? It's been tough. It's still, and right now I just started another chapter. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't over yet. We just started.
Absolutely. And for everybody that's in tune, if they don't know what indie artist is, bro, can you elaborate, break that down? What is exactly an indie artist?
My definition of an indie artist is somebody uh, who's not signed to a label, who's out here grinding on their own, who's out here in the mud. Me, at that point, I was selling CDs out my trunk, literally. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to manage myself. I was finding my own shows. You know what I'm saying? Indie, they got to do they're doing all the groundwork by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Until until somebody, it's like a private in that platoon. You know what I'm saying? They doing all that grunt work and all that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? That sergeant or somebody, they might see him, or that captain, they might see him, look, let's give him a promotion, you know? So, let's give him an E2 or PFC or something like that. You know, it's all about that groundwork that any artist got to do to get to that next level for somebody to see him to like, okay, let me put something behind you, or let me manage you, or let me, you know, do this, do that. But you know, any artist got to know that there's a lot of work you got to do to really make it in this game. For one, you got to have money. You got to have a bag to put behind yourself.
Right.
You know, you got to you got to have like a horse in the Kentucky Derby. You know what I'm saying? Where they got them blinders on. You can't be going on about what listen about what's going on over there, or listen about what's going on over there. Or listening about what's going on over there. You gotta have them blinders on where it's like, fuck what they talking about over here, fuck what they talking about over there. I gotta stay on my, you know what I'm saying? I gotta stay in my lane. I gotta stay in my lane. So when I found my lane, that's where I stayed in, you know what I'm saying? So that's, I think that's sums it up for an indie artist to me. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta grind until you get somebody to really dig, stay yourself. If you make music, don't change because the wave is changing. Don't change with the wave. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody can hear you be like, yo, that nigga different. That nigga dope.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And a lot of artists, we are own biggest critic too. So how can you ever try to put music out there? You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to put music out and you are afraid of what you think the outcome could be if you go to a concert or artist showcase or anything. I mean, keep your craft the same way you keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? The same way. You doing music, you got faith to do that. How many hours did you put in the studio?
right,
So that means you did all that for nothing if you're scared to push it out.
right. And some want uh, quantity over quality. And I say that because, I mean, if you're trying to make it, some of these guys, they say they want to make it, but you rather go in this down your homeboy studio whose quality isn't there because when A&R you get in that office and you play their shit, you play them your shit, they listening for certain things, you know what I'm saying? And if you ain't been in that studio, that real studio where you got that sound, you know what I'm saying, and they know it, you know, why is you doing it? You trying to pay a nigga $40 so you get in there and do about 3 songs or whatever, but shit, pay that nigga 60 or $75 for that hour and that official booth. You know what I'm saying? With an engineer who knows what the fuck he doing. You know what I'm saying? Who's finna give you that sound. You know, because the first time I heard that sound, I was like, oh, that's what I sound like. You know what I'm saying? So it's different, man. It's just a lot different, man.
Man, shout out to all the producers that really doing anything, man. Making these artists sound good, efficient. You know what I'm saying? You can go to some producers and now, yeah, fuck up your shit.
And I'm finna say that too. I'm finna say fuck up first. And I'm gonna put a middle finger up to the ones that the ones that be fucking up people's shit, just trying to get that money because you know, come on, man.
Now I'm taking it serious.
Come on, man. Now take y'all just trying to get them in and get them out.
Or doing it your own way. Like I feel like every artist got a voice, especially when they spend hours in the studio.
Right.
This is what I want to do. This is how I want it to sound. It's the producer job to make it sound almost how the artist want. You know what I'm saying? So especially if you just behind the production side of things. You know? So 20 years in the game, you feel me? Took 5 years off. I think we all go through minor and major setbacks. What could you say? One of the things that you learned now that you wish you had back then before you took the 5 years off?
I wish I knew how to run a business because when I took the 5 years off, that's what I was doing. Shout out to CCL and Clinton. You know what I'm saying? I started out the floor, and within a year, I was running the whole company. You know what I'm saying? So I had the background to do something of that nature, at least a supervisor or something. But shit, nigga, I was running the whole company. And once I got into the background, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the office looking at the paperwork, you know what I'm saying? Looking at the invoices, knowing how to do all this, do all that, contracts and stuff like that. Like that was my like college right there. I didn't even know hardly none of that shit, but I had manager in there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mr. John Gibson. You know what I'm saying? He was helping me every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? That was showing me like, look, bro, this is what you need to do. You need to go in there and type this up. You need to do this and do that. And I'd be like, boom. So when I got it, I got it. So whenever I left the job, they let me go, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So in January, you know, I got in my depression mode, you know, because I ain't know what the hell was going to go on next and everything. But after that, I figured out what I was going to do. One line the hood line my shit. Let's go ahead and move this thing. Let's go ahead and do it. So, you know what I'm saying? That's where that other motivation came from. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, everybody got to have something to believe in and don't let that shit go. If you believe in it, don't let it go. Don't let it go because it might take time for that shit to really, it's like a volcano. It might not erupt right now. It's going to sooner or later. And when it do, y'all better get out the way.
That's a fact, man. On that note, man, we're gonna get into another unreleased record. This is by Liziago and Jill Galore, man. Red Panties. Unreleased, so you can't go streaming and run the numbers up yet. Hold your horses, my nigga. Just listen to what you said. Listen to what the record's saying. Y'all tap in. If y'all feeling the record, send the hearts. Comment in the comments below. We definitely on the rise with it.
Sure.
Liziago, man. Red Panties. Let's go.
Really love that fellatio. Let me get that paper though. Lick it till I'm sticky. I'm a grip it, bet I make it grow. Fuck that, I take control. These lips will take us go. Taking advantage, I'm taking it all. Swim with the pussy, I'm making it tall. Lizzie, bet you know you nasty. I keep it clean, he gave between his bed up in my ass. Down his knees, he make me squirt. Show me the bands, I'll show you the squirt. Red panties on, heels and shorts. Watch me pull off in that vert. Grinding on your niggas fake, girl, you know you nasty. Peaches, what he gonna take, bitch? You so you nasty. Smoke his boots, try to catch a cake. Yeah, oh, I'm nasty. She nasty, she nasty. Yeah, that bitch, I'm nasty. Grinding on your niggas fake, girl, you know you nasty. Peaches, what he gonna take, bitch? You know you nasty. Smoke his boots, try to catch a cake. Yeah, oh, I'm nasty. She nasty, she nasty. Yeah, that bitch, I'm nasty. Like I'm pretty and ghetto. Say it like jello. See him on me, I'm like, hello. He wanna bust me down like cigarello. He a little handsome fella. I make him ice out my vessel. Gonna take me to Johnny. All lies on me like rock. He eat the 90 up off of my body. Now that's catching a bite. M1, that's a homie. I don't wanna hurt nobody. On the D, I do fly. Ember, I'm searching to find. Wanna duck me off the high. Big G, remind me. I really like how you do me. Like doing actions music. They look like 202. I'm in Toy Story looking for wood. I let him fuck in that in hoodie. That nigga look just like fucking H. Bush. Love the gangsters and all of the bullets. He bought me a gun with a whole lot of bullets. He got the dress, so you know I'ma pull it. Cash me out to the show, they gon' book. Ain't fucking with G or the A or they rookie. And I said, what the fuck? I said, feeling like Suki. Give me a check and he like how I do it. Throw me the bands, he like how I move. He say, girl, you so nasty when we get moving. Better than Erica, how I be shooting it. Finding on your niggas fake, girl, you know you nasty. Peaches, what he gonna take? Bitch, you know you nasty. Smoking boots, bitch, you can't. Yeah, I'm nasty. She nasty, she nasty. Yeah, that bitch, I'm nasty. Finding on your niggas fake, girl, you know you nasty. Peaches, what he gonna take? Bitch, you know you nasty. Smoking boots, trying to catch a cake. Yeah, oh, I'm nasty. She nasty, she nasty. Yeah, that bitch, I'm nasty.
You already know what it is, man.
Man. Hey, look. If I can't be around, I don't even want to be in the video. I would like to be in the video, but I just want to be around when y'all shoot that video. Yo, that song is so. If that song right there don't take off, y'all know music. Y'all niggas listen. Oh my God. Hey, can you play it back before I leave again?
Absolutely, please.
Do y'all have it out yet?
Nah, unreleased.
Oh my
Unreleased,
God.
man. That record was called Red Panties. Liziago featuring Jill Galore. Got the Daytona Beach, Florida. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out Vietnam. Y'all know what it is. You feel me? Thank y'all for tuning in. You know what I mean? Because if it weren't for y'all, we wouldn't be on the rise like this. You feel me? So everybody on the rise, man, one hand watch the other. You got to watch two hands, right? So, yeah, absolutely. So, you know what I mean? Learn the formation on how you really do that. It'll take you a long way in business. I promise you.
Right.
You feel me? So we got who in the hot seat with us for everybody just tuned in.
You got Cost. Yeah. What about let's go.
You already know what it is, man. So like I said, everybody just catching up with us. 20 years in the game, took 5 years off. If he knew what he knew now than what he knew then, you feel me? A lot of things could have happened. You feel me? But where you is now, it's a beautiful thing too. You launched the Check It podcast. Let's talk about how did you get into that? Why did you get into it? And how do you still stay focused on doing your podcast?
First of all, I thank the Lord for everything.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I should have said that the first time you asked me a question, but I still want to thank God because at that point, like, I was at a low point. So I was sitting in my man cave. I mean, when I was doing music, like, bro, I was in the double XL. Look at the one with Kendrick Lamar on the front, Kid Christmas jump. You know what I'm saying? Front of Gold Star magazine on the cover. On the front of Hot Up the Block, the radio magazine on the cover. That's New York. Shout out to Staten Island stars and everything.
Yeah.
So after that shit happened like that, man, I'm laying on my couch every day doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Spending a whole lot of dumbass money, taking trips with my old lady, doing all this crazy shit, just spending money knowing they got no damn job no more. But I'm depressed. So back then, when I was doing music, a lot of indie artists then was like, yo, Cost, yo, check this shit out. And I was like Snoop Dogg said at Nipsey Hussle funeral. Shit, I've been in the whip. Shit, I break some weed up off of it. Like, shit, I just put the shit. I won't, you know what I'm saying? Because I had my own shit going on. Y'all know this shit because I said this shit in the podcast before. I'm just telling my people at my back. But it's like, once I just sit back, I was like, man, shit, let me tune in. And once I started tuning in, I was like, damn, these dudes shit is harder than what's on the radio right now. Like, and once I was tuning in to my city. Shout out Sansa County, couldn't stand up. You know what I'm saying? Roseboro, Turkey, Warsaw, you know what I'm saying? Different counties. Like. So whenever I started tuning in, I was like, damn, so I got to do something. So I had a flat screen TV. I just had my phone one night. I put it on the wall, and I just had videos playing of indie artists, and that's how I took off. And I had my man, shout out to Dwayne X, got the Bar Podcast, and that's the syndicate. So I was talking to him about my idea. How can I get this visualized? I want my idea like an independent rap city. And he came to the crib and he was like, well, you need to order this, order that. And he said, I got a podcast, I got 3 mics, I'll let you have one right now until you get your shit off the jump. So right then, I ordered the jump, boom, got my program. And after that, man, that shit just, hey, indie artists, y'all know what's up. Wood on the hood line.
Big fact.
Man.
Big fact.
Here we are.
So I'm looking at it like indie artists back to that. Basically independent artists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you look at it like that, basically independent artists. You feel me? That's dope, bro. Like stepping up on faith with your podcast and still doing it now. How long you been doing it?
7, 8 months now right now. Like 6 months. Well, hell no. It's like almost 10 months now.
Right.
Months, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I got over 125, 26 lives right now when I add it up. So, you know, I should have did it at 100 and said something. So 200, we'll have a little party and everything. So.
Where are you looking to take your podcast? How far you want to go? Like how far do you feel like it could go where you want it to go?
Nobody's doing this shit. You know, who is like Rap City? Like I said, I get home, I gotta do my homework because I don't want to turn on that TV. I think it was 5. Rap City came on and 106 Apart came on at 6.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to go see Big Tigger and them boys, you know what I'm saying, at Rap City. When Ghostface slapped the shit out of Big Tigger, then Big Tigger had to take a vacation and Ghostface took over the whole show for a week.
Big facts.
I was looking at, I did my homework. That shit was wrong as a motherfucker, but I'm doing my homework trying to do that. It's like, that shit is motivation. That's why I want to take my podcast to another level because nobody has done this shit. Okay, in Rap City for industry artists, you got Rap City for independent artists. You know what I'm saying? Who else doing that? I'm putting y'all on this platform and ask y'all they send you videos.
And they're gonna be stubborn or not to. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You're supposed to seize every moment. You feel me? I think it was what hits from the streets was 2 o'clock. I was gonna say hits from the streets was 2 o'clock. Damn, I forget. I think 3 o'clock from 3 to like 4 or 5. They were just playing video. And then they hit Tigger with the basement. Then it was 106 and Park.
Right.
You feel me? Shout out to the Uncut though, BT Uncut.
Oh my
That's
God.
what happened back in the day. Nobody doing that no more.
Oh my God. They won't let them do it no more.
Yeah, but it's a fact. But still putting people on platforms, you make it change it into your own way. So what we're doing, me and Cost, you feel what I'm saying? What we're doing, we giving you some freebies. You feel what I'm saying? Now go and see what you can do with it. You feel what I'm saying? Because all it takes is an idea. You get the idea, you feel what I'm saying? Build the foundation and see what you can do with it. You feel me? That's how we started. You feel me?
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So if we can do it, you can do it. Believe in yourself. Educate yourself because if you're waiting for somebody else to do it.
Support.
Yeah.
I used to say this all the time. Not meaning to cut y'all, bro. I'm sorry. But you hit something right there because I used to say support your local artists even if it ain't cost. I mean, if I'm your favorite artist or whatever, support anybody that's local in your area that's trying to do something because I get pissed off when artists be like when you hear somebody say like that dude garbage. How the fuck you finna say he garbage when this man is putting his time and money and he trying to put his heart in his music? I can't say nobody garbage on that. I can say, nah, I don't really rock with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say garbage or nothing like that. He put his time in. But the same person you say garbage, 2 years down the road, he could have a platinum album.
Absolutely.
And you'll be looking like, damn. Oh, and I knew he was nice back then.
Yeah.
Stop capping.
But yeah, ego was too big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You couldn't come down to size one day like just sometimes network. A lot of people say teamwork make the dream work. I feel like the network make the dream work. You know what I'm saying? Because the team can leave you at any moment. Networking is just solid. It's like history. You can't change it if you're networking.
That's right.
You feel like, if I come into your building and it's 10 of y'all in your building, I'm going to pull out my phone and say, let me get all y'all on Instagram and Facebook. So now I'm following you double time. So now I can network on either platform. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to do better as artists.
That's a fact.
Indie artists.
Indie artists.
You feel me? Got to do better, man. So we know where you're trying to take your podcast at. We know you got a label. Tell people a little bit about the label. How did you even get started with a label? Do you got any artists on the label?
Label. I don't really go. It's a management company right now. You know what I'm saying? Management and consulting. Woodline and Hoodline LLC. Woodline and Hoodline Entertainment. It's like I got 2 artists. Sunny Way, shout out to Hooligan in general. Shout out. You know what I'm saying? They were 2 artists. Like let me go to Sunny Way first. Sunny Way. I got a song that really took me off called it took off called Carolina Throw Your Hood Up. If you haven't seen it, you can go on YouTube and check it out, Throw It Up. That's what it called it. You know what I'm saying? It took off, but I was in the studio and that was Sunny Way first time with me. This is like 8 years ago now. And he was like, I was saying throw your hands up in the hook. He was like, nah, cousin, that's my cousin. He was like, say throw your hood up. And once I said, I was like, okay. And that shit took the fuck off. And he wanted me to sign him like for years, but I wanted to put a predicament and I wanted a situation to do anything like that. But he always came to shows with me. He always supported me. He always was on me. So, you know what I'm saying? It dug deep. So when I got in the position to do it, he was the first one I thought about. Hooligan. He was from Chicago. He came down here. Hooligan was like the 50 Cent.
Shout out.
Teach you how to rob. He came down. He was calling out some of the hardest battle rappers in the city. Like he didn't care. Like he was trolling them. He was doing all that, and he made a name for himself. And he was hungry, and he stayed on me for like 8 months. Like, Cost, I'm trying to fuck with your Cost. I'm trying to you know, and I seen it in his eyes and everything. So both of them had that look in their eyes that I had in my eyes, you know, over 20 years ago. Because I started, shit, damn, 25, because I started rapping at like 14, 15. You know what I'm saying? So when I looked at them, I was like, boom, that's the combo right there. You know, so that made me want to go ahead and give them a shot. And now I want to put my all into them that I put into myself. But now I'm smarter. You know, I know a little bit more than I knew before. So I think that's the big part that's gonna help out with everything, bro.
That's a fact, bro. And you got a direction, and you got a foundation. You got everything you need to start up the way you're doing. You feel me? So those 5 years that you took off wasn't a bad thing. Because you learned wisdom, you learned knowledge throughout the whole thing,
Understanding.
and educating yourself the whole entire time. So if we could do it, I know y'all can do it, man. So you already know what time it is. And you got some upcoming events. Are you going to any upcoming events? What's new for you in the world we can tap into to see some more thoughts?
Tomorrow night, Woodline Hoodline, Sonny Wade, the artist, he's gonna be at the King's Pavilion in King Street, South Carolina. Shout out to Rapping Grandpa's Emily's birthday band. They got a lot of indie artists that's performing, and they got Benzino gonna be there. They got a player from the Kansas City Chiefs gonna be there. So y'all pull up to the King's Pavilion tomorrow night in South Carolina, King Street, South Carolina, and called the King's Pavilion, King Street, South Carolina, at the King's Pavilion. Shout out to Benzino, Rapping Grandpa, and shout out to Emily for her birthday. So we're gonna be down there, and Saturday we're gonna be at Club Paradise in Fayetteville on Bragg Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sunny Way, 26 and shout out to Sunny Way. Shout out to Hootie in the General. You know what I'm saying? So we working, man. We're trying to stay on the road, do some shows. So we working, man. Just look out for the Woodline, the Hoodline album coming out in March, called Barbarians, Cost Ark. And look out for their solo projects coming out next summer. You know what I'm saying? 2022.
Definitely go check that out. And go follow him. Where to follow you at right now, bro?
Hey, look, follow me on Cost Barksdale. You know what I'm saying? On Facebook, on YouTube, Cost 681 on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So follow me right there. Hey, look, go Google Woodline the Hoodline. We got a Google page, Woodline the Hoodline. Right now, it's still under construction. Got a hooligan video up there. If y'all want to go check that out, you know what I'm saying? Like, we up here, man. So, hey, check it. Y'all know what it is.
Absolutely. And that's another thing I want to get into. Like, when you do that, what exactly is that? Like, you do that?
What's that?
When you do the check, like what is that what is that?
You know,
For everybody want to know this tapping in with us right now.
Ain't nobody ever asked me that question. Ain't nobody ever asked me that question. So, all right. So it goes back to you know, I'm old school. I'm not I'm an 80s baby, so I grew up listening to 90s hip hop. So before them guys started rapping like check it, you know what I'm saying? Check it, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted, and that was so fly to me when they were like check it, but I want to use my own, put my own shit on it. So I'm like check it, you know what I'm saying? So it stuck with me, and everybody was like, "Yo, check it," you know what I'm saying? Check it. Shit, I go to store, people talk about check it. So that shit cool. So it stuck with me, and you know that's what we're going with. That's what we're doing.
And that's a big fact. So you already know what time it is, man. We're gonna take a quick music commercial break, and we're gonna get back into some more costs to pay. The more costs to pay the people balls. Excuse me, you already know what time it is, man. But shout out Young Cakes, though. We're gonna get into some Zodiac. This record's called Zodiac by Young Cakes. It's out, released. Y'all make sure y'all go stream it. Run the numbers up. You like it? Send in the hearts. Comment in the comments below. Young Zodiac. Let's go.
I'll leave it on the stars.
The young kids, man.
I'm a team leader. I just want to know she Zodiac sign, cause
Let's go.
when she tell me she love me, I know she don't mean it. I'm trying to show her, and baby, I see it. I feel how you creeping and keeping a secret, won't get in my feelings, cause bitch, I get it. I just want to stack up this cheddar and dog forever. Bitches gon' be on my dogs forever. My niggas, my dogs, we dogs forever. They tell me to fuck him and live with my left foot. Zodiac, what you Zodiac? Oh, bitch, you one of them kind. I should have known from the sign that you could not ever be mine. Zodiac, what's your Zodiac? Oh, bitch, you one of them kind. I should have known from the sign that you could not ever be mine. I used to chill in the cut, gripping and still in the cut. If she let me feel on the butt, then I know she running the fuck. Money was coming, I had to go get it. I stack it up, flip it. This shit is ridiculous. And shorty, you're freaks. I'm gonna never pick up your week. I feel like I'm sticking the way that she popping and talking. Shit, I wanna hit her. I wanna pet her and kitty and give her a little. Let her eat the dick up for dinner. She hit her. This is a stick up and I shoot the club up, I lead her around. If that's your hoe, then don't bring that hoe around, cause I dig the hoe down and I kick the hoe out and I ask her. Zodiac, what's your Zodiac? Oh, bitch, you one of them kind. I should have known from the sign that you could not ever be mine. Zodiac, what's your Zodiac? Oh, bitch, you one of them kind. I should have known from the sign that you could not ever be mine. I know she don't mean it. I'm trying to show it, and baby, I see it. I feel how you creeping. They keeping the secret, won't get in my feelings, cause bitch, I get it. I just want to stack up this cheddar and dog forever. Bitches gon' be on my dogs forever. My niggas, my dogs, we dogs forever. They tell me to fuck him and live with my life. Zodiac, what's your Zodiac? Oh, bitch, you one of them kind. I should have known from the sign that you could not be mine. Zodiac, what's your Zodiac? Oh, bitch, you one of them kind. I should have known from the sign that you could not ever be mine. What's that #1 Zodiac sign? Is it Aquarius? Is it Aries? I said just Aries. I say, what's that #1 Zodiac sign? Is it a Leo? Is it a Virgo? I may be a Scorpio. I say, what's that #1 Zodiac sign? Is it a Capricorn? I'm dripping like Dapper Daddy. With all this Versace on. I say, what's that #1 Zodiac sign? Is it Taurus or Gemini? Cause bitch, I'm a Gemini. And I fuck with Geminis. I say, what's that #1 Zodiac sign? Is it Libra or Pisces? Cause shorty, she light skin. And I know she like me. I say, what's that #1 Zodiac sign? Is it a Cancer? That's a good answer. She's a nasty dancer. Zodiac, what's your Zodiac? Oh, bitch, you one of them kind. I should have known from the sign that you could not ever be mine. Zodiac, what's your Zodiac? Oh, bitch, you one of them kind. I should have known from the sign that you could not ever be mine. I know she don't mean it. Her true color showing, and baby, I seen it. Why you creeping and keeping the secret, won't get in my feelings, cause bitch, I get even. I just won't stack up this cheddar and ball forever. Bitches gon' be on my balls forever. My niggas, my dogs, we dogs forever. They tell me to fuck him and leave him my left. Let's go, man. Yo, I gotta have that.
shout out to Big Keiko, man. That record was called Zodiac. And yo, he was really on TikTok. And a lot of people tapped in on this platform, bro. It was almost coming to his birthday. He had like mad women on the Zodiac channel.
I need a link to that song. Like, I need a link to that song.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Big Keiko, man. Doing this thing, you already know what time it is.
2-6, hey, man.
Yeah, definitely Big Keiko, man. So you already know what time it is. Hey, listen, so I want to get your favorite 5 artists all time.
That ain't hard. Scarface. Nas. No, let me switch that up. Nas and Scarface. Then I'm gonna go with Tupac, Biggie. And then I'll go with Jay.
And then all that, like the rappers that you was listening to when you was coming up.
Yeah, Scarface. Nas, like, it took me years. Like, my mom was a preacher, dog. So I had to sneak mixtapes and shit. So when Nas did the gun, I'm a gun, I listened to the song so much. And it took me years to figure out, he just said, I'm a gun. And I didn't realize the shit until I started learning how to analyze I was listening to the beat and listen to, yo, that shit hard. But when I started learning to analyze songs at a young age and started listening to what he really saying, I was like, oh, that shit is so dope how he switch it up and said a story about it. You know? But I got one embarrassing story that I always tell that I want to say before I get about it. Well, I'm good, so I just want to say this story right quick. So this is how I came up in hip hop. Like I said, my homeboy shout out to Billy Mathis. You know what I'm saying? He was passing me off mixtapes and stuff. So he passed me a DJ Lazy K CD tape, right? He went to the house, you know what I'm saying, record the tape onto another tape. And because the only thing I record was the Top 99 and Foxy 99 and shit. So this is like 97, 96, 97. Not 97, matter of fact. Got graduated 99. So he was like, yo, here go the jump. So we had a freestyle cypher every Wednesday. You had a week to get your own freestyle right. I was garbage as shit, you know what I'm saying? My shit ain't sound for damn. So but the dudes around me, they jumped right. So he passed me that tape. We was on the same lunch break. So I went home and I heard that don't come at me with no bullshit. Use caution, cause when I wreck shit, I get shit like a boss. That DMX.
Yeah.
Man, listen to me.
RPX, man.
I want y'all to listen to me. So I went home, man. I listened to that John. Big shout out to DJ Lazy K. I went home listening to that shit, man. And next week, I knew ain't nobody had that tape. So when it was my turn to rap, don't come at me with no bullshit. Use caution. When I wreck shit, I deck shit like a bullshit. Yo, everybody was looking at me like, yo, what the fuck? And it was like at that time, if you win that week, you can say your round until somebody else beat it. Like, so I already knew my shit was dope. Everybody like, yo, I'm like, yeah, I finally got these motherfuckers. So the next week, fuck you, Kenny Devon. That's my brother though. That's what I always say though. That's my brother. But shout out to him, man. KD, shout out to him. He on somehow he got a hold of that tape, man. And it was my turn to rap next week. I had a crowd for 1 week. Once I came with it, he was like, nah. That's the Lots and DMX. I heard the tape. That's on. Everybody, like, oh. So that made me really start trying to write. And I was like, I tried to get real hard at it, man. But that was like my most embarrassing moment right there. And that was really had me really invested in because I can't be called garbage or no perpetrator no more. Nigga, I come with them balls before now. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think music is at today? Do you think it's like more of a still talent type of thing, or these A&R, these labels, they want to look at your numbers, they want to see how many followers you got, they want to see where your fan base at. You manage your artists, so like, how do you keep them in line with what's new today and what to look for in a label, in an artist?
First question, how do you think the industry is today? I think 40% talent, 6% bullshit. Because if you got a bag, you got a lot of followers and everything, and you got a nice song, you may be talking about shit. But as long as that beat banging and you got a bag to it, and it's banging in the club, like me, I like substance. I like balls. I like to hear something so I can go press with wine. But these songs you got to press with wine 100 times to figure out what the fuck these niggas talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then when it like back in the day, we talked about drug dealing because that was a way to try to get away from it. That was our pain. And that's why we talked about drugs then and everything. But now these cats talking about drugs to glorify. They're glorifying taking drugs, they're glorifying doing this, they're glorifying doing that. We weren't doing that shit back in the day. So it's just different for me, but to each his own who likes what they like. But me, I'm a 90s type of guy. So I still listen to the old school hip hop. I listen to Griselda because they took it back to the 90s. Shout out to Benny the Butcher. Shout out to Conway. Shout out to yeah, shout out 38 Space, shout out to West Side Gun. Like I listen to those type of guys and the old school hip hop because Freddie Gill, shout out Indiana. That's Indiana. Yeah, yeah.
Okay then.
I'm in tune. I'm in tune with that rap, bro. But it's just like I just can't. When I get into the club, you know what I'm saying? You hear that song, but it might sound smooth and everything. You be like, damn, what's that? Shit. Get to the house and whine that shit and just get in your vibe. Man, I'd rather listen to that shit in the club.
So like when you were performing, what type of vibe did you give off for the fans? Like, what was some of the feedback when you were performing? I know you missed it. You got to be able to miss it.
I mean, I can tell you. Shout out to Wilmington. I think it was the Sound something. They actually, I got a song A1. They replayed it twice, but because it's like me. Whenever I perform, it's like I'm in my room by myself. I don't give a damn what nobody talking about or nothing. I just zone out and I get that energy. So when I perform, the first thing I want to do when I get off that stage is get a bottle of water and go out the back door, get some air, because I just gave y'all everything. And that's why I want to leave everything. So I got to stay outside for like 15 minutes before I can smoke a cigarette. I get my breath right and I got the daggone, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to give you that energy. It's like when you're on that stage and if y'all don't know and y'all ain't perform like that, but if you're on that stage and it's like, it's a certain energy. And if the crowd know that you feeling yourself and you believe in yourself and shit like that, and you giving it off to them, and you know how to move on that stage and all that shit, you got a hype man. Even if you don't got a hype man, if they see that energy and shit like that, yo, man, that shit gonna take off. That shit electric. It's a different feeling. It's a different feeling, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I miss it like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna tell you.
I do miss it. You feel me? Because if that's your passion, that's what you do.
I miss
it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, hey, but like I said, we are our own worst critic. You feel me? Like what we feel like we shouldn't be able to do, then we ain't gonna do it. You feel what I'm saying? But we gotta have some type of motivation that you can tap into like a jump. You feel what I'm saying? A regroup. Like, look, you know what? I can do this again. But this time it's more knowledge out here. Now I can do it this way, the right way. Shit, 10 years from now, it's gonna be some future knowledge.
Right.
And niggas now gonna be behind. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta be able to tap in and be versatile, even with making your music. You be versatile with doing business, same way.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
What you feel about the state of hip hop right now?
I feel like it's numbers. It don't matter about your talent no more. Right. See, you ain't got talent, so what? But you got how many followers? Nigga, come here. Me, I'll let you for a second because you can do some dumb shit on a fucking gram or TikTok and you got people want to sign you. You feel what I'm saying? It only take you to do something stupid. Now, we ain't talking about being a liability. We just saying something like, okay, take for instance, what's been going on in the bill? Somebody made a list of some of the dopest rappers, the top artists in Vietnam. Now, you know that was going to cause sparks. You feel me?
Right.
So, certain people tapping in, hey, I ain't make the list. I ain't do this, whatever. Now, what if somebody would have took that and turned it into a funny platform?
Right.
They would have got numbers because these are what people are looking for. How can you create a platform? So you manage yourself because when you got time to do that, you should be having time to create platforms.
Right.
You feel me? You created one.
Right.
I created one. So now artists got somewhere to go to if they want to get an interview.
And both of them dope.
Absolutely.
Both of them dope.
You feel me? When we had these artist showcases, these concerts, you still get a platform to come on because ain't no nigga gonna stop you in the streets unless they really know who you are, really tap in with you. They ain't gonna stop you and say, look, nigga, you want an interview? Nah, but I'm the type of nigga I network and I say, look, would you like to have an interview? You feel what I'm saying? Some people get up here, they be nervous, but just be you.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Be yourself. You ain't gotta be nervous.
Right.
You feel me? Because we talk about you all the time. I'm gonna be
Right.
You feel that? So I mean, I salute you. You're doing the same thing I'm doing. You feel me? You out here, you grinding. You feel me? And you still relevant to the game, to the industry, to entertainment.
Oh my.
Still relevant. You feel me? So
Appreciate that.
Then you got artists, you got a label, you feel what I'm saying? You got some upcoming events that he's going to. When can we see your artist in concert?
Tomorrow night. Y'all come to the Kings Pavilion, Kansas City, South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to rapping grandpa. Shout happy birthday to Emily. Emily's birthday bash. You know what I'm saying? Gonna have Benzino in the building. Dude last name Leggett. That's gonna be from the Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, y'all better hit us up for the VIPs, you know what I'm saying? That's what Cost gonna be at, like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be at. Also, Sunday we're gonna be performing. Also, shout out to Club Paradise. Shout out to Foreign Club. You know what I'm saying? Foreign Club's 24 years old. You know what I'm saying? PM out of label. She bringing New York meets North Carolina Part 2 down here. The Club Paradise on Bragg Boulevard. Be there Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hosted by Cost. You know what I'm saying? I'm hosting the shit. So we're gonna be in that big. We have a lot of good time. Got 26 artists up in there gonna be performing and all that. So we got prizes for. Got 3 judges, so you know what I'm saying. Got prize for everybody who win first, second, third. But hey, come check us out. Club Paradise in Kings Pavilion Friday night.
Any last inspirational words, shout outs to your fans, to your relatives, to your people, all the way in Clinton, Duplin County, all that. Any last inspirational words that you can tell them?
Not just anybody. I just want to tell all indie artists, like I said before, believe in your damn self. Like I said before, if y'all ain't heard this whole interview, go back and check it out. Be in the Kentucky Derby where you got no horse blinders on, where you don't see nothing but one road. You ain't got to listen to what nobody's saying over there, what nobody's saying over there. If they're saying shit garbage over here, if they say you need to do something different over here, keep doing what you're doing. I mean, something if it's not working, maybe you need to listen to somebody positive. It's also good to have a good ear. You know what I'm saying? But don't have yes men around you all the time. Have somebody to tell you, pull you to the side, like, nah, bro, that ain't gonna work. Or something. Have a good team around you and everything. People that really believes in you. That people that ain't just around to sit here and hold your coattail and shit like that, just to want you to hear them say your name and shit in a show and shit. Because when the money get involved, shit go left.
Yeah.
So just know if you ain't got a strong team, when that money get involved, that shit going that way. You know what I'm saying? So make sure how your team is, make sure your team is structured. Don't just have nobody around you that ain't working and ain't doing shit. Have people around you involved that's working, that's doing something. And always believe in yourself. Work. Try to do something else. Just don't rap for your homeboys. If you rapping for your homeboys, on my platform, don't send me that shit. That's all I gotta say. Appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. As for me, you can follow me on Instagram, Monty Bracken 18. That's MATEEAR, 2 C's, KIN, the number 1 E. That's Monty Bracken 18. Facebook is Maserati Santana. Not the Maserati with an S, but with a C. MACERATI. Maserati Santana. You can follow me on both those platforms. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Big Mozzie Productions. Subscribe, like, and share that. You feel me? So you already know what it is. I definitely thank you for coming on the Rize with me. You feel what I'm saying? My man right here, Cost, man. So you already know what it is. Follow him, tap in. Look, shout out Lizzie Yayo for even making this possible. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's her network. You feel what I'm saying? So you already know what it is. So you already know what it is, man. Y'all make sure y'all keep tapping in. We got another dope episode with another special guest here shortly. So y'all stay tuned. We're gonna end this shit off with my homie B Dot from the North Side of Fair 926 and Stand Up. I'm featured on this track, you know what I'm saying? It called Be Us, you feel what I'm saying? You already know what it is, man. B. Mozzie. Tap in, follow those numbers. Let's go. Yeah. Okay.
But that top of that ski, gorillas I run with, yeah, we the man in the seat. Niggas wanna check my piece, I'm fucking your bitch, I'ma run up these stitches. Pick them up, so it's time to let them in. That Atlanta sound like Carolina flow. Now you know, just in case you didn't know, fuck you think I got with 3 of me go. I know you niggas been watching, plotting. Wait, let me switch up the top. Switch it up, virus and the game's right. And somebody need to go stop. Niggas get put in position, still acting like bitches, but I ain't gonna get into all of that. How the fuck you call 12 on yourself? Street nigga, hell no, you a rat. Niggas love a lie, gotta tell them what the truth is. Back outside, small gang, yeah, we ruthless. Ain't no let it up, bring it pressure. Yeah, we do this, and it's to society. They don't, I'm a nuisance. Niggas love a lie, gotta tell them what the truth is. Back outside, small gang, yeah, we ruthless. Ain't no let it up. Bring it pressure, yeah, we do this, and it's to society. They don't, I'm a nuisance. Okay, niggas be talking like they got a lot, but they still hate when I swerve off the line. Take your personal, I get on your top. Fuck what you see in the 100 beat job. You already know how I do. Listen not red, but I say with them blue. Jones for nominated for the artist of the month, bitch. How you gonna talk if you broke? With Atlanta, I'm from the 2-5. Got hit with a band and I can't go outside. If you gon' ride, hold on, nigga, then ride. Otherwise, cause you fucked up the vibe. Hey, I'm just gonna rock for the set. BLP breaker, you know we up next. We late. I be so fly like a jet. TMF, baby, we run up them checks. That niggas love a lie. Gotta tell them what the truth is. Back outside, sumo gang, yeah, we ruthless. Ain't no let it up. Bring it pressure, yeah, we do this, and it's to society. They don't, I'm a nuisance. Niggas love a lie, gotta tell them what the truth is. Back outside, sumo gang, yeah, we ruthless. Ain't no let it up. Bring it pressure, yeah, we do this, and it's to society. They don't, I'm a nuisance.